Resident Alien, Season 2, Episode 6 review.
Calamari.
uh,
Oh wait, no, that's squid. What's octopus?
Yeah, I
Anyways, that did
told
look delicious.
I well, I hear octopus is too rubbery,
It kind of is.
and to me, it's a little too much like cannibal. I mean, I am not an alien. Um, to me, it just seems too wrong to eat an octopus.
Mm.
Those beautiful sentient creatures.
Well, he did ask for it.
He did.
He did literally, yeah. That was his final request: was eat me with a
Don't let
nice
me go.
butter sauce. Like, okay, he's honoring his last wishes.
I love how he was crying over the plates. I'm just like,
It's so good.
But
bad dog.
I guess they had to. Yeah, I guess Fillion like agreed to a certain amount of stuff, and they're just like, okay, well, you know what we'll do? We'll just get you in a booth, we'll record a handful of episodes worth of material, then we'll kill off the character, and it'll take, because honestly, as little as he was in this, like on a regular basis, like while his character was active, it probably only took a day to record all his lines for the season.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, he probably just ran into a booth, read his lines for an hour or two, depending on. I don't really know how much accumulated time it was, and there's probably multiple takes, but yeah, I probably didn't take very long to do his work for the season. It's like, yeah, I'm in all these episodes, but it actually just took a day, and I didn't have to go all the way to Colorado or wherever they're filming it.
Probably Vancouver. That's where most places,
Yeah.
most things are filmed.
Yeah, wherever they were actually filming. But
Because isn't Fillion still filming the Rookie?
I have no idea. I have no idea what Fillion is doing right now.
I mean, I saw the first couple seasons, but then I stopped. Not because I got bored with the series, but the series got to a point where it was one of those, he was being framed for something and it was like this big plot, and I just didn't have the time or the energy to keep watching.
Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Television.
What?
Oh, I was flipping through his filmography to see kind of what he's up to. And okay, remember Two Guys and a Girl?
Yeah.
One second. Let me make sure
I've heard of it. Wasn't it Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place?
Yes. Okay.
I never actually watched it. I just remember seeing NBC ad for it or something.
Yeah. It was a big thing. It was I don't know if it was a breakout for Ryan Reynolds, but it was one of his things. Okay, he played a guy named Johnny Donnelly in Two Guys and a Girl. Okay. In Deadpool, he plays strip club employee Johnny Donnelly. It's a cameo in a deleted scene. But apparently Nathan Fillion was almost in Deadpool as a strip club employee named Johnny Donnelly, which is the same name as a character he played in Two Guys and a Girl in a pizza place. But but I that those things connected, and yeah. Uh, see.
Would have been cool to have Fillion in Deadpool, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't have gotten the reference.
Yeah. Rookie is 2018 to present, so
Yeah.
um, yeah, 6 episodes for Resident Alien, number 42, The Octopus in the Tank. Um, he's had a lot of main. He's done a lot of stuff. I didn't realize how like being a main character in a lot of things, or a major character in a lot of things. Um,
Yeah, but if you're looking at IMDb, that doesn't show just major characters.
yeah, I
Like
know. No. I'm just thinking like, okay, the rookie, that's a main role. Okay, Firefly was a short. It was a
Castle.
short. Yeah, but yeah, Castle, Firefly, and apparently, uh,
The,
the rookie, like, like, like he's got a lot of smaller parts, but he also has like, he has the rookie. Apparently, I don't know how many episodes that is right sitting at right now.
that's 4 seasons.
4 seasons into that, so he's probably coming up on
At
syndication.
least.
Castle's already in syndication level
Yeah,
at 100.
Castle was like 8 seasons, I think, or
Yeah,
9.
at 09 to 16, and that was
Mhm.
173 episodes. And then Firefly, because it
There-
actually does delineate, and it says whether something is a main role or not. And
Oh,
but yeah, so he's actually had 3 notable series. Enough. Well, Firefly wasn't enough to get to syndication, but it has such a cult
it's a cult.
following that it
Yeah.
it's it, you yeah, it's not even funny how how many.
Actually, in Castle, he made reference to Firefly. There, he dressed in his Mal outfit for Halloween one year, in one of the Halloween episodes, and Alexis is like, "What are you wearing?" "I'm a space cowboy." "Yeah, but you wore that like 5 years ago."
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway,
Totally. And they also had a few Firefly cast in Castle as well as guest roles.
yeah.
The one that really threw me, Kaylee was a murderer. Like
Not
cute
Kaylee.
little Kaylee was the villain. It was the villain of the episode. I'm like, oh, not Kaylee. But yeah,
Yeah. I wonder, you got Robert Duncan McNeil. Cause you got two two got you helped get you Fillion.
Phoenix,
Could you get like some Voyager people on Resident Alien?
that
That
would be cool.
it's not out of the question, but yeah.
Man, I would love to see Mulgrew in that.
Yeah.
She
I'm not sure you could get Mulgrew to do it, because she seems very hesitant to do just about a lot of things. She doesn't really.
I mean,
She
she's
she
been,
seems like she doesn't do a lot.
she does like she was in Warehouse 13
Uh,
as Latimer's mom.
well, I mean, as a yeah, she does little things here and there,
Only a
maybe.
guest role, yeah. She voiced in Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, yeah. She doesn't seem to. I guess maybe she just took care of her Voyager money really well, and just like, okay, I can do what I want. If I want to do some Broadway stuff, I can do that. If I want to guest star in something, I can do that. And if they want to back up the money truck for me, then I'll do some other things. But they'd have to,
She has her own Star Trek series, remember?
yeah, I know. Then they probably backed up the truck for that to get her to reprise the role.
Where she has two different characters in that.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So, yeah, we spent quite a bit talking about
Casting.
about the end of 42. Um, but this episode it's a lot of setup, but it's not a lot.
It's a two-parter.
Yeah, it's a two-parter. So this is all set up. Nothing's been delivered yet. So we're all setting things up. Okay, they set up. Okay, well, what's the health records about? What's the bag of money? That sort of thing. So that explains. It does explain what the hell is he spending to buy everything he's buying.
How he's living.
It's the bag of money that came with the place. It's like,
places don't usually come with a bag of money.
oh
Yeah.
But
you didn't notice this? I was too busy with the coupon.
yeah, the medical records. We're starting to see, the path of, the stuff that's been sort of alluded to and sort of
like
here's
why
little,
he killed Sam, or
yeah,
like what's going on with that.
Yeah, it's all about,
And he's just sitting there having his pie and trying to map out where to find Goliath. And these guys, like, what are you doing in town? Trying to, like, take care of him. And he's just like, who are you? What the fuck is going on? Go away.
It's like, oh, you got a pie for me? No. No. Oh god, I want pumpkin pie all of a sudden for some reason.
That sounds good.
But
I have pizza, though. That's kind of a pie.
it's a pizza pie.
So what I'm getting at is apparently yes. So I get, like, humans can't, see their disguise except for that kid. But I guess also their own kind can't see through their disguise, apparently. You would think they'd be able to.
You would think, but at the same time, remember the kid could see the glow when he couldn't.
Oh, that's true.
And I mean, well, they do use it as a cinematic effect, where they show the mirror, his reflection being the alien, just so that we could see what it would look like with the alien doing what he's doing. At the same time, he clearly can see himself as human. So therefore, if he can't see through his own disguise, what would make
and
you
it would be bad
that...
if he couldn't see through his own if he could see through his own disguise because he couldn't tell whether it's working or not.
Exactly.
He needs to be able to see disguises because otherwise he can't tell if his is working or not.
Exactly.
That's true.
And that's why, like, he freaked out so much when he saw his hand at the end when he was getting high, because he's like, oh shit, my disguise is wearing off. Because he can tell his disguise is wearing off because he sees what everyone else sees. Although, imagine how freaky that would be to somebody who actually could see through disguises like Max could.
Well,
But
the thing about
because if you think, he said it was what, like 1 in a million?
Yeah. And there's a lot of people in New York. So
New York has millions of people.
So there's got to be at least a handful of people who can see it.
At few people who could see him. So imagine how freaked out they would be, especially if they weren't at that party getting high and they're just walking down the street and they see some dude, it would be worse than Max because they would be like, what the fuck? Although at the same time, big cities tend to be less judgy about what you look like. So they'd be like, what
Yeah, I
the
was
hell is
about to
that
say
dude in a
it's New
costume?
York. They probably just think he's weird. He's wearing a
Yeah.
mask and
Yeah,
he's being weird. It's
They
just
like,
think
probably
he's
think
a
it's
street
some
actor.
walking around in a mask. It's like,
yeah,
ooh, I feel somebody is filming. Although a lot of places that don't really, do they do a lot of shooting in New York?
yes, a lot. In fact, they have I think it was in New York that they have like a listing. Might be if it was New York or Chicago. I think it was New York. They had a
Chicago,
listing of
uh,
hot places. Like if a place gets used a lot, it like gets put on a cool down. Like the city, because that way the people who live there can actually live. They don't have like like I think it was, yeah, because there's the steps, the Joker steps. I think those, like, it stuff goes on cooldown. I remember seeing something about that. Like they say, okay, well, this has been used a lot, so this goes on more of a cooldown, and we won't give permits on using this place as much. So you have to kind of be careful how you use a place, because if you use it too much, they're going to give the people a break. But that might be a different city. I think the Joker steps are in New York, because I think that was part of what they were talking about. Is like, yeah, you can, you have to be careful what you like. Also, alleys in New York, like there's not many alleys. It's like actual alleys, so they use like there's like one really good one, and like so they have to constantly like keep that regulated, so it's not just like every hour of the day they have somebody down there.
Makes sense.
But I could be. I think it's New York, but I could be wrong. Um,
And this episode made me really connect with him because, oh dear God, yes, I fucking hate being in large crowds of people like that.
yes.
It's like, I feel your pain, Vanderspiegel.
Also, I assume you are also one of the ones who are like, oh my god, that's so good. Can I eat the plate?
I don't ask, I just do.
That well, that's what I mean. I saw that and I'm like, yeah, Madrak would do that.
Okay, can I eat the plate?
But
Yeah,
it is covered in grease.
How many pizzas did I order?
He ordered a lot. It reminds me of that. Well, I'll have this, and this. And did you want anything? And he ate all of those pizzas
But
before the alien version of Banksy.
I was about to say, maybe Banksy is an actual alien.
Well, the doctor's Banksy, remember?
Oh, yes. That's true. For a second, I thought it was that lady that was the alien, but it's like, oh, no, apparently not.
how long have you known Harry was an alien? It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, I do love it. It's like, would you like it all? Oh, yes, I like all those. Ow, ow, ow. Stop poking me. Ugh. Actually, what else? Oh,
Don't do drugs.
crazy lady is on their tail.
Yep. Again.
Um,
yeah, like again, this
And I'll be honest. I didn't rewatch this one because I fell asleep during the rewatch because I spent I closed, then opened. So I was really tired. And then when I got home, I slept. And then when I woke up, I rewatched Orville and I got distracted watching some documentaries. And then when I went to watch um Resident Alien, I fell asleep. And I know this is a two-parter, so I don't want to spoil what happens in the second one. What was the last thing that happened in this one?
He's like in Times Square freaking out from the acid.
In full alien mode, but I'm not quite sure if he's actually in alien mode or he's just imagining it.
Okay. So then, good thing I checked because what I was going to say happens in the next one.
Okay.
Okay. This is why I check.
Yeah, that's the last thing. He's like, "Ah, this is bullshit."
It's like aliens and acid. Oh, maybe this stuff only works for people with handlebar mustaches. Like, ooh.
Yeah, there wasn't. I mean, So this episode opened a lot of cans and only closed a couple. Like it resolved for the most part, resolved the issue of the dog, and 42 sort of his time on the show came to an end. But then we got a lot more in the like
New York.
Yeah, we got a lot more of okay, what's up with Vanderspiegel and what was going on with why he did what he did.
And the sheriff finally had a conversation with the deputy about his old deputy.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't his old deputy. It was his partner.
Yeah. His old partner. So that was
After
that.
being handcuffed.
Left there for who knows kind of how long.
Long enough to get a froyo.
Yeah. She's like, I'm going to cuff you there and leave you there until you decide you're willing to talk.
You know, I have never had a froyo.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've
had
frozen...
an almond milk froyo.
I mean, I've had like frozen yogurt, but I've never actually like gone to a place.
Froyo is. Froyo stands
I know, but there's like a place, like an actual like froyo named like a froyo place.
Not around here. Froyo just stands for frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
Which I have had. I've had almond milk frozen yogurt. Mocha.
Anyway, let's see. What else? So we had what Vanderspiegel was up to. Perhaps a cover-up for a drug study that went wrong. Sort of a fugitive sort of situation.
That's involved in too. That's why he killed him, because he got paid to do it.
But what else was there? So we opened that. We opened that sort of storyline up. We had the Goliath storyline, and now he's in like Times Square freaking out or something.
High as a kite.
But anyway, not much left to talk about there. Any final thoughts?
We also had that the guy stole the ball, and he wasn't he in that one, or is that the next episode?
No, we haven't seen him since.
You didn't see him in this?
No, he wasn't in this episode.
Okay.
All we saw was I think we saw a little flashback of the kids in the RV looking for the little metal ball, and I think we saw a little bit of flashback of that, but other than that, we didn't. And I don't think we ever saw him exactly.
Okay.
So.
Then I will refrain.
My very, very he shows up in the next episode for some reason. So okay.
Well, he again, like I said, I've seen the entire series, so because these are so such story-driven episodes, and they tie so closely together,
Mm.
he shows up at some point in the future of the season.
Yeah.
As to what point, I don't remember.
Mm. All right.
But
Well, anyway, if we don't have anything more for Resident Alien, we can move on.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay. No objections.
Yep.
We shall move on.